Originally daring to make a script about every single update in Team Fortress 2, Cosmic Afro instead set out on an epic journey to remaster all of Team Fortress 2 for the next generation. What is he talking about now? Today, I'm going to be talking about free-to-play and how drastically unfair it is to them. In a good free-to-play game, these are the following expectations I hold for them. The game does not require premium purchase to eventually reach the full game. Premium purchases are cosmetic only, and free-to-play players can reasonably expect to reach end-level content. Now, how these measures are applied per game vary, and there should always be something to incentivize a player to buy into it. Normally, the cosmetics would do so on its own if the game is popular or fun enough, but a common incentive for these games are to play their game even less. Like, in terms of experience or gold or in-game cash boosters, very few games do this idea well. For example, Warframe does this system quite well, for the simple fact that you can trade its premium currency, platinum, between other players. It has actual worth to it, and you can buy boosters and get items from others for it. I always found it weird that games that you want to play want you to play their game less by boosting through their game that they want you to play. How do these points affect Team Fortress 2? Well, the good news is that we have the full game at our disposal, except for the crucial thing in the title that I just mentioned, but I'll get to that in a second, concerning, well, the maps, the game modes, and even man versus machine, well, except for basically 2 cities, which is the only map, so that's good. That also means that there's not really endgame content for TF2, it's just when you stop enjoying it. But free-to-plays cannot hold one of the most important things in the game, or every single one of them, that is the weapons, and I find that egregious. But that's part of the incentive, you may argue. Well, Mr. Greedy Pants, you can hold approximately half of all weapons in Team Fortress 2 if you are a free-to-play. This isn't counting reskins or promotional skins. Half. If you want to tell me that there's 50% of weapons in Team Fortress 2 that don't have any use or don't have a purpose, you'd be a fool. Well, okay, but free-to-play only play like 3 classes. Oh, well, first of all, that's a generalization. Free-to-play might only have 3 classes to play because they only have the weapon room available. Additionally, most premium players also play roughly 3 to 5 classes based on situations and preference. Also, because bell curves on experience level naturally state that there's going to be a low end of people that'll only ever play 1 class for the entire game experience, and a low end of people who'll actively try to play all 9 classes at any given time. Well, oh fudge, hold on here, I'm looking at the script. I missed an incentive point here. Alright, well, okay, hold on. Here's a replay of Team Fortress 2. I'm going to play it until this moment right here. In this crowded fight, how many hats do you see? See, free-to-plays are always cosmetically incentivized by other players to buy in because, man, look how cool these loadouts are! I want to be that guy! It's a genuine problem for Team Fortress 2 that free-to-play cannot exceed past a certain point. We complain about inexperienced players, but we are cultivating part of the problem because they have to make the unnecessary sacrifice to get rid of a weapon that could be useful to them in a different situation. Phew, I mean, this isn't even talking about the trio of achievement cosmetics, the gibbous, the metal, and the goggles, because those 3 items are the only 3 items that most of them will see, but those 3 items are weapons. They don't want to not have something to wear, so they feel that they need to keep them. And they don't realize how important these hats are later on if they decide to remove them because they can't really get them back. Wait, what's that? Are those jingle bells? It's Smithmas! That means you get your full inventory of 50 oh no! Your hat and your presents! Oh, well, you want to keep your free stuff that you only get once a year? Well, sorry, you just can't do that. But Cosmic, they come with a backpack expander. Well, shoot. Hey, Tommy.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, when did you join Team Fortress 2?
In June.
In June?
Yeah.
Okay, did you know about the backpack expander in December for Smithmas?
No.
No?
No,
Oh,
they don't really tell you about that stuff.
okay. For the other roughly 10 to 11 months of the year, free-to-plays don't get jack diddle. That's not a solution to a problem, that's a treatment. So how do we solve this? Well, I originally made a video about this a long time ago called Giving People an Arsenal, but it was convoluted and stupid, and honestly, it didn't make a lot of sense at the end of the day. So this time I ask that it's very simple. Now hear me out. Once you touch a weapon for the very first time, you get a stock version of that weapon. Whoa, whoa, hold on. Hold on. Your greed is making you crazy, I get it, but hold on. A free-to-play player still has access to achievement items, weekly item drops, and receiving free items from others, meaning that at any given time, they could just happen to get a certain weapon or a duplicate. But if they got a stock variant of that weapon after touching it for the very first time, they would still be required to have owned a weapon previously, meaning they cannot immediately start with everything, so there is still a learning curve. They would be incentivized to craft in-game to get what they don't already have, and they would not be forced to give away cosmetics or weapons. This also benefits premium players by being able to trade away weapons that they don't care about for scrap, and not having to use a space for one just in case they think they might ever need it. This promotes wider playstyles and easier access to all. Smithmas won't be a mixed bag for free-to-play as they can keep all of their loot and Halloween items. Isn't that a blissful thing? Isn't that a good thing? That also means that any killstreak kits that you would get from Man vs. Machine, if that's what you do, if you apply that to a stock weapon, you don't have to go out and find one, you can just automatically get a killstreak weapon, and I think that's pretty darn cool. And you know what? That's what I think. I think this solves a proper free-to-play issue without it being more taxing on the servers. I'd find it hard to believe, outside of an initial maintenance session, that keeping track if they've touched a weapon or not, that they get access to a stock variant, heck, you don't even have to keep track of that at the very beginning with all current accounts. Just say that it's something that happens. This would promote weapon trading for a little bit, allowing some people to make a little bit of extra scrap too. And for people who are I don't want to boost my own ego here, but for people like me who would be more than willing to give a random free-to-play player like the full weapon package just because, so that they can play with everything, you know, I think that would be awesome. So that's what I think. I think this solves a whole bunch of issues without it being anything revolutionary. And I hope that the Team Fortress 2 team considers this idea with all of the benefits and almost none of the cons. Like, this fixes more and it doesn't really have any backdraws, you know? Well, thank you all so much for listening. I hope you appreciated this topic and the time that I spent into making this video, and I'll see you guys later. Hey, did you like this video and you want to be more involved with future stuff? Well, you can join the Cosmic Afro Discord that's in the description below, and you can also find me on Twitter, where I also occasionally post updates and really stupid Twitter stuff on there as well. So you can go find all that stuff in the description below. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. I've actually worked on that, the remaining of this video with audio and some touch-up stuff over... It's been a long night, but hey, here we are. So again, thank you all so much. I'm going to be doing my darndest to post at least one video a week from now on. I apologize for making my channel basically dead the past several months and to not really having any significant content to it. That will be changing and all that stuff. You'll find live stream announcements and everything like that going forward. So there you go. All right. I will talk to you all later. Goodbye.